young, I just wanted that body because I seen everybody, you know, my crew, like getting it, you know, and I wanted to be like with the it girl.
They praise all of that. Like, it's hard to just be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna walk around my flat ass. No.
I can lose when I'm with.
As we should be familiar with by now, our favorite black entertainers hit stardom. They make it mainstream into the music industry, and they obtain a lot of fame and a lot of fortune. This eventually leads to riches, and they achieve notoriety. However, within the same token, we have these same black entertainers eventually change themselves to fit a more quote-unquote pleasing appearance, altering the entirety of themselves. Today, we'll be talking about the plastic surgery and black entertainers and see exactly what influences them as entertainers, whether it be the music industry or other entertainment with black people, or us as consumers, as we are the constant people that consume the media. According to the American Society of Plastic Surgeons, more than 3.2 million cosmetic plastic surgeries procedures were performed on ethnic patients around 2013. An increase of 243% has increased since the 2000s. 25% of all of those cosmetic surgeries were patients that were Asian, Black, or Hispanic. This number even surpasses the number of men, the gender, who opted for procedures in the early 2010s. This article tries to argue that African American patients are not interested in trying to change their ethnic background, but rather just alter little tiny pieces of themselves. I highly disagree. An African American patient who's interested in nose reshaping, for instance, may want to reduce the size of their nose so they can choose a more smaller nose that fits the social standards in their area. As plastic surgery has become more of a norm in our society, I also have seen others advocate for those that have gotten plastic surgery or those who are looking to get surgery, as their body, their choice. However, totally dismissing the fact of the high risk, especially for black people, in getting surgery. It says here that black patients have a higher operative mortality risk across a wide range of surgical procedure, in large part because of higher mortality rates at the hospitals they may attend. So, if we know these high risks when it comes to plastic surgery and surgery in general, why might black Americans still choose to get these surgical procedures, or why might entertainers still take the risk? I highly think it's in part to entertainment and watching the media consumption that we choose.
Listen up! Big booty motherfuckers in here. You know what I'm saying?
One example could be like the Real Housewives of Atlanta, star Nene Leakes. She had a nose job documented on her hit show on the Bravo reality show in 2010, and she told people, "I still want to look like Nene, the black woman that I am, but I want to be a better version." She insisted that she's a confident black woman and she's affirmed in herself.
And you can come right in here, please.
Oh, thank you.
Dr. Whiteman will be in just a minute.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much.
How are you? Good to see you again.
Good to see you. This is my girlfriend, Diana.
Hi,
How are you?
Diana.
Nice to meet you.
too.
I've been thinking about you. I want to go down a size on my boobs. Seriously, like 2 sizes.
Okay. So you're uncomfortable.
I
Okay.
just would like to be a little bit smaller and not as heavy.
I think you have tight enough skin that if we take the implant size down, that the skin itself will probably contract around it.
Let's hope and pray. The surgery is definitely going to be worth it. It's going to make me happy. I mean, as long as I'm writing the check, mind your business.
If I had gotten plastic surgery every time I had marital problems, I look like Dwight.
She just wanted to tune up her appearance. So if we consumers see this type of media, how do we consume it? As the entertainer said very well, which is Cardi B, she expressed that in the sense of where she grew up at, a lot of people were talking about having big booties or big boobs or just having certain desires. And this in turn influenced her to get her surgical procedures, as that was something that everyone was talking about in her neighborhood and in her community.
From nationalities that like, they praise thick girls, that they praise ass, they praise thighs, they praise all of that. Like, it's hard to just be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna walk around my flat ass. No. Some of y'all happy with it and that's great, but that just wasn't me when I was young, so.
In the this point of view is not too far stretched, as what we see in music videos, for example, we can see a certain type of body type presented in the background of rap videos or singers, predominantly in the Black entertainment industry. With the cons of plastic surgery, we must also talk about the risk associated with it. However, most cosmetics surgeries carry such risks such as abnormal scarring, blood clots, complication, and sometimes even nerve damage. But for Black women, for example, specifically, this risk presents a death sentence. And just like I mentioned with Black entertainers who get invested into an industry that they are practicing in for a while, they do eventually go on to get that surgery. It seems that the rise of professionalism and economic status for those in the industry increases their beauty awareness, so to speak. And they have resources now if they really wanted to change something they disliked. As they see more people like them, like Kelly Rowland or Vivica Fox or Vanessa Williams, getting the work done, the stigma is a little bit lesser than it ever has been before, because as we're seeing this and consuming it, it seems to be okay, right? It seems to be less of a stigma if we do pursue these surgical enhancements. We're taking more pride in ourselves, as some like to say. Cosmetic surgery has become just a part of the beauty regimen. And even though we had some type of body positive influencers and music entertainers like Cola Ray or Lizzo, even they seem to be falling back into the stigma of getting things changed about themselves. I believe that Cola Ray had expressed that she wanted to get a boob job, and she has been known for being very confident in her body type and expressing herself willingly and freely in the body type that she has. She has been met with a lot of flack though, some people calling her skinny or shaming her for being skinny and shaming Lizzo for being plus size. So as we can see, no matter the type of fence that you may fall on, you may still be ridiculed regardless. So while yes, people should have the choice in doing whatever they choose to do with their body, they should also be made aware of the risk factors associated with it or the further background knowledge into getting plastic surgery. I also think that sometimes the media that we consume can kind of influences us to make these subtle changes to ourselves, as there are a lot of studies done that how social media and watching this content can influence us in the way we choose to live our lives and to choose the things we choose to buy, the things we choose to just do in our daily lives. We're influenced constantly by the media that we consume. I can't help but think about the scary cases I've heard of women or men dying from plastic surgery, going out of the country. A sad case that I came across was a family searching for answers after their mother died after getting plastic surgery. Someone named by the name of Jayla Williams, who was 26. She was a photographer, a wife and mother of 2 children, and of a best friend. She was very caring, as they mentioned, and she traveled to get a new cosmetic surgery for a breast augmentation and a Brazilian butt lift, or as we should say, a BBL. I also think that something that influences this type of plastic surgery in our community is the unrealistic filtered images and realities that can lead future patients to aspire to have unattainable, unrealistic results, because the reality of the matter is this, that even with these people that get surgery and they encourage others to do whatever with their body, they're still filtering the images, they're still altering themselves to look different. So even with the surgery they have obtained, they're still plastering an even more false image over their surgery, which sometimes can lead to them being dishonest or not being open and honest about the type of surgery that they have. And sometimes in those regards, they may be selling products to people, telling them to get this nice body by working out or taking these supplements, when in reality it's due to plastic surgery. The disparity between filtered images and reality can lead patients to aspire to be in unattainable results, setting them up for disappointment and dissatisfaction, leading to more surgery. Social media platforms have also played an important role in shaping the trends and misconceptions surrounding plastic surgery. Patients may request treatments or surgeries based on these trends without fully understanding any of the risks associated with it, the limitations, and the appropriateness for the specific case. And that's just the power in social media. And with the people that encourage others to do whatever with their body, this leads to misconceptions and misunderstandings and not fully knowing what they're getting into when it comes to plastic surgeries. Patients should be cautious about looking towards social media for advice, for medical advice, or making decisions that are based on anecdotes from strangers online, or just encouraging people to do whatever without the risk associated. And while I know that I've been speaking a lot on the women in the industry that have gotten a lot of plastic surgery, men are also a part of that notion as well, as we have people like Kanye West that have gotten surgery after he admitted to TMZ. He was addicted to opioids after he got a little bit of liposuction. We have lots of examples of people that got surgery who were men. For one being Michael Jackson, right? As he was seriously known for his chiseled, upturned nose rhinoplasty and his cleft chin menoplasty that he installed in the 90s. Who's someone that I did not realize that also had gotten surgery as a man was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He had actually got a breast reduction and got fat removed from his moves. Though he was exercising, he wasn't getting the defined pecs that he desired. Someone else was Deion Sanders, as Deion Sanders had reportedly got Botox injection to fix the cow's feet and front lines he had. His motto was as follows: if you look good, you feel good. Someone else was Shemar Moore, excuse me if I'm saying these names wrong. He allegedly had got a nose job, rhinoplasty, after a bike incident that almost compromised his career and left him with scars, as he thought he could never be healed. In the entirety of this video, I guess I raised the question, how is social media with Black entertainers affecting us as consumers? And is our choice in getting plastic surgery really our own? Or are we influenced all around us? Are we understanding the risk associated with getting plastic surgery? And are the Black entertainers themselves really convinced that they're just doing something that makes them happy? As it seems that with reports, it still seems like the lack of happiness associated with these surgeries still seems to be dramatically low. So the people are still unhappy with themselves and they're still getting these surgeries, and we're still trying to achieve these looks with people that have gotten surgery, along with the filtered images that they plaster on social media. How do we navigate this world of seeming plastic surgery, self-hatred, and social media consumption? If you enjoyed this video, please tune in for my next one, as I will make a lot of more self-informed or opinionated videos like this for the Black community. Thank you so much for watching today. Please subscribe, and I will see you soon in the next one, I hope.